It's the biggest event in one championship history. This is crazy. This is awesome. And all gets dropped. It's over. It's over. Wow, right at the belly. One punch and the Thunder Kid is back. Oh, beautifully done. He tags it. Nicky Holtzman. Look at this monster. That looks bad. Oh, it's underneath. Is it over? Oh, she got it down. Alizov opens up like a house on fire. Sit and shine. Here comes the heavy artillery again. Come on, bring it. That's going to be crazy. That is going to be nuts. The biggest card of all time. We are live. Singapore. Here we go. The show the world has been waiting for is finally here. Live from inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium, 1X, the biggest show in history, kicks off. Hello everybody, I'm Michael Chavallo, great to be here in Singapore. I'm joined by a man who fought in one championship, number one, the Dragon, Mitchelson. Dragon 10 years ago. You could not have thought it'd be here right now doing this. A 10-year celebration unlike anything. 3 shows, 1 day. It's going to be amazing.
And Michael, last 10 years ago, I was in the back freaking out. Now I'm in the front freaking out. I cannot wait for 1X. This is going to be epic. Each fight has those big fight feels, and I am so excited for tonight's festivities.
Speaking of big fight feels, for the first time since the pandemic, we welcome a full house inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium tonight for 1X. They are already piling in. Folks, 3 shows, 20 fights across all disciplines: Muay Thai, kickboxing, submission, grappling, and mixed martial arts. Part 1 kicks off with Sawada and Ikeda, but also, what jumps out here, the debut of US grappling star, the beautiful, the awesome Danielle Kelly.
Yeah, Michael, she's been making a lot of noise out there in the US, but tonight she runs into Mei Yamaguchi, a BJJ black belt with something to prove, ready to make her mark in submission grappling.
What jumps out here for me, we've got the return of Nicky Holtzman, this time in Muay Thai, and also I can't wait for the grappling super fight. Brenda Durita calling out arguably the greatest of all time, Andre Galvao, and then the featherweight kickboxing World GP Championship final, Alizov versus Sinachai, is going to be off the charts. That concludes part 1. Then at 5 p.m. Singapore time, part 2. And what a card here. Watch out for me. The rematch. Hamsahi versus Denise Sambawanga.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that one. But then the bantamweight kickboxing world title on the line as Akimoto finally gets his crack at Capitan. Woo, that's going to be good.
And of course the bantamweight Muay Thai world strap non-O undefeated takes on Felipe Lobo. Then at 8 p.m. Singapore time for the first time ever. Live across the world on pay-per-view. It's the 1X Grand Finale. Everything jumps out here. John Wayne Parr, his retirement fight, trying for win number 100. Aoki versus Akayama. The bad blood is real. 14 years in the making. That special rules super fight. I mean, Mitch, we're still hot on that one. We're still debating Rod Tung or Demetrius Johnson. And then the main event. Angela Lee versus Stan. 20 fights, 1 day, 3 shows. Dragon, we always say a show is stacked from top to tail, but tonight we've taken it 100 levels higher.
5 world titles and the Grand Prix finals. This night is going to be epic.
Folks, make sure you buy the pay-per-view. The 1X Grand Finale, buy it now at watch.1fc.com or check your pay-per-view local provider. That's watch.1fc.com. Our 1X Grand Finale later on tonight. But we kick off 1X Part 1 with the Dragon Boy, Ryuto Sawada of Japan, in a strawweight mixed martial arts contest. Sawada takes on fellow Japanese fighter Senzo Ikeda, and it should be an absolute cracker.
Senzo Ikeda is on a tear. After a hard-earned victory over Liang Hui, the veteran striker overwhelmed Elipitu Asiragar, folding him over in the 3rd round.
Oh, the liver! He caught him and Elipitu was holding over!
Ikeda's toughness, hand speed, and power continue to be a problem for the strawweight division. But Ryuto Sawada believes he's got the answer. Dragon Boy earned a spot on the global stage after submitting every opponent on Rich Franklin's One Warrior series. With an 80% finishing rate, including 8 submissions, you can be sure that the evolved MMA fighter will be hunting for number 9. Get ready for a banger when Senzo Ikeda faces Ryuto Sawada.
We kick off in a strawweight contest, mixed martial arts from inside the stunning Singapore Indoor Stadium as 1X Part 1 begins. It's Senzo Ikeda. Every time I doubt this man, every time he surprises and shocks me. One of the most unassuming fighters you are ever likely to meet, but Senzo Ikeda comes in tonight on an absolute tear. He knows Sawada is fast, he's strong, so Sawada's got good takedowns, a good rear naked choke, and you know Ikeda wants to keep it standing, Dragon.
Yeah, Michael, you talk about that tear. Ikeda polished off 2 back-to-back victories. He looked so good in his last outing against Sevagar, where he started digging to the body, Michael. He was attacking with the hands. He looked really good. What makes Senzo Ikeda so difficult to deal with is his elusive footwork. Watch him switch stances and move around the circle. He just kind of flows around, picking his shots. He's got really good boxing skills. He's a former pro boxer who became a Japanese mixed martial arts champion. And he's really got a lot of experience in really all disciplines. In this matchup, it's going to be very important for him to utilize those skills. You know, I want to see him move around the circle a lot because he does not want to stand in front of Sawada because Sawada is nasty on the ground. What I really want to see Ikeda do is I want to see him keep a high pace. I want to see him push the action, but he's got to stop the takedown. If he goes to the ground with Sawada, he's going to be in for a long night. But if he can keep this thing standing, ladies and gentlemen, we might see Ikeda go 3 in a row.
Spoke to Senzo yesterday and he predicts a first round knockout of Ryuto Sawada. Says he can finish Sawada on the ground, but ideally wants to KO him on the feet. And he's doing laps around the circle. Ikeda is ready. Dragon, is he your long-lost son? Because he's known as Dragon Boy. Ryuto Sawada earned a spot on the global stage after submitting every opponent
on Rick Franklin's One Warrior Series. And 80% finishing rate, including 8 subs. The Evolve MMA fighter looking for sub number 9 today. Michael, he might not be family by birth, but I've spent a lot of time on the mat with him, shared some sweat, and I'll tell you what, this kid is a slick grappler. He's got this incredibly fast back take. I don't know how he does it, but he just moves around on the ground so well. He's got over 200 wrestling matches, and what that did is that gave him a lot of experience at grabbing hold of people, putting them on the ground, and then smashing them. It's all about him taking the back, though. He's been working hard on his striking over there at MMA Mix Martial Arts, and he's really polished things. But for this matchup, he's going to have to get it to the ground and utilize these beautiful submissions. He's a karate black belt, right? So he does have striking capabilities. He's got good kicks, and he's got fast hands. But like I said, this young man excels on the ground. It's his back takes. He is very good at sneaking around, taking people's back, and then choking them out. I spoke to Sawada earlier this week, and he said that he really wants to be calm. He wants to be strategic, not let the magnitude of this moment sort of overwhelm him, and he wants to mix in the striking to those takedowns and really apply a lot of pressure, Michael.
And Sawada gets in the circle. You can see Ikeda tumbling inside the circle, and while they were patting down Sawada, Ikeda spent the whole time shadow boxing quite intensely, already working up a sweat. It is an all-Japan battle to kick off 1X Part 1, Sawada and Ikeda. Ikeda, the elder statesman by 13 years and a massive 18-centimetre height advantage. This is a mixed martial arts contest under the global rule set. It will be judged in its entirety as a 15-minute bout. For introductions, let's go to Dom Lau.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Singapore Indoor Stadium, this is 1X. And now we begin with the first match of the day. 3 rounds of 5 minutes in a 1 strawweight mixed martial arts contest. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he is a Pan-Brace flyweight champion, standing at 173 centimeters tall, weighing in at 124 pounds, holding a mixed martial arts record of 12 wins and 5 losses. Training out of the Paraista Matsudo, representing Japan, Senzo Ikeda. And introducing his opponent, out of the red corner, he stands at 155 centimeters tall, weighing in at 124 pounds. Training out of Evolve MMA, representing Japan, Ryuto Dragon Boy Sawada. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Mohammed Sulaiman.
Athletes, to the center, please. Well, you both understand the rules. Yeah, let's keep this clean, keep it active. Obey my instructions at all times. Touch left if you want, back to your opponents, please.
Final instructions from our third man in the single, referee Mohammed Sulaiman. Big night for Japan. What a way having 2 Japanese athletes kick off 1X. Of course, later on tonight on our grand finale pay-per-view, Akiyama Aoki in that grudge match. Yuri Wakamatsu vying for the flyweight mixed martial arts world title against Adriano Moraes. So right now, this crowd welcoming Sawada and Ikeda. Senzo Ikeda in the purple and red predicts a first round knockout. As Mitch said, does have a pro boxing background.
Ikeda's trying to put out that jab, trying to just touch Sawada, find that distance, find that range. That's it. That's what Sawada's got to do. He's got to push forward. He has to control the center. He wants to try to cut off the angles of Sawada and put him up against the wall.
Reach goes the way of Ikeda. Youth goes the way of Sawada. Ikeda, long, rangy, nice right-hand lead by the veteran.
Nice little distance finder with that jab. Puts Sawada down. Now the knees to the ground at opponent are perfectly legal here.
There's the knee to the head from Ikeda. Sawada stands, tries to dig to the body off the left. Crowd appreciating the skill set early on. Left hook, backs off Ikeda. No right hand for company. Ikeda on the outside, going counterclockwise.
Sawada's got to be careful. He doesn't want to stay stationary with his head. He's got to get his head moving from left to right. Ikeda's starting to find the mark as he jumps to the back.
This has been an ultra-aggressive start for the veteran Senzo Ikeda. Lots of instructions from the corner of Sawada Dragon.
Yeah, Ikeda's looking for that rear naked choke. He's got really long limbs. You can see him lock up the body triangle. Sawada's used to taking people's back, so this is a little taste of his own medicine here. Let's see how Sawada tries to deal with it. He's got to be careful. You can see Sawada has the body triangle, so Sawada has to put his body to the other side, to the knee side, and not put pressure on the foot. Actually, the foot side is perfect right here. So now he can kind of create a little bit of movement, and he's not going to be squeezing this. This is exactly where Sawada wants to be. He doesn't want to go to the knee side. So as long as his pressure's on that foot side, he's going to have a little bit less pressure, and he can also start to deal with that left leg right there that's underneath his thigh.
And Ikeda find the first round finish he predicted. He said it would come via a KO, but hey, a submission will do just as well.
That's what Sawada's trying to do. He's trying to kick underneath that left leg of Ikeda, but Ikeda's doing a good job of controlling the body triangle while he's hunting for the rear naked choke.
That beautiful figure four around the body of Sawada. No place to go. It's locked on here from Ikeda. He'll try and reset the choke. Right the front of the head. This crowd, big crowd already inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium, enjoying every moment of our opening match of 1X Part 1.
Sawada postures up. Now he's got a good... See, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to release the body triangle by stepping over. And so just that, but looks like he got one low.
Okay, go. Okay, let's go.
Sawada's corner calling for him to do more work here. High knee from Ikeda. Sawada looks for a single leg takedown.
Sawada's trying to get that back. He's shooting for the takedown here. Let's see if he can trip the leg out. Drops down, attacks the single. Ikeda's doing a good job of controlling the head. Just as I say that, Sawada pops his head out, but Ikeda was able to control the position and go over-unders.
Double leg here from Sawada. Gives up on that. Hooks the leg of Ikeda. Still can't affect the takedown on the veteran. Under 80 seconds remaining of what has been an action-packed opening round.
Good control of Sawada with that overhook by Ikeda. The way he was able to utilize that wizard to just keep his balance and to stay upright was slick.
Hammer fist strike from Ikeda off the right hand. Somersault almost there from Sawada. A little bit of acrobatics.
Sneak out the side. Ikeda says, I can do that too. Good control from Sawada. Sawada's going to try to get that takedown again, but Ikeda's doing a really good job of defending.
Looking for a takedown again here, Sawada. Wild looping left hand. Nice jab there from Ikeda. Resets. Body shot from both men. Ikeda with a short leg hook.
Nice duck under to take that back.
Beautiful takedown from Sawada. Ikeda glances towards his corner. They're giving instructions. He posts up on the right arm. Back onto his feet.
Yeah, that's what 200 wrestling matches will do for you right there. That was beautiful. Duck under, slid around, took the back, picked him up, put him back down.
Knees here, downward elbows from Ikeda. Overhooking that right arm of Sawada. Another downward elbow.
Hey, watch the back of the head.
Right on the bell. First round down. We are going into the 6th minute.
That was a fun first round. Look at that jab. Went with the right, followed it up with the left, took to the air, touching Sawada with the flying knee as he spun around, and that's where it led him to taking the back. But then Sawada says, I can do that too, and picks him up and puts it down.
I want you to go close with punches. Combinations, 1, 2, 2 body, 1, 2, 2 left hook. Once he worry about the hands up, then you shoot. Don't just go close with your hands up, he's going to punch. Okay? Now, everything looks good. Now, put pressure, but with punches, not just walk forward. I want you to do combinations and then shoot, okay?
I like that advice from the head coach of Evolve Mix Martial Arts. Sire Baharzada says he needs to put punches together before just shooting because he's entering the pocket and he's getting touched inside the pocket and then he's shooting. He's almost taking one just to be able to get that takedown. He's got to disguise it a little bit better by putting some hands behind it before he shoots in.
Outside leg kick to open the round from Senzo Ikeda and a turning back kick, hoping to find the liver or the solar plexus on Sawada. Lots of movement from the veteran. Trying to create some awkward angles to use his strikes effectively. Overhand block Sawada. Ikeda returns the favour.
Ooh, they are trading in the pocket. Sawada says, I can just bang. He doesn't want to shoot for that takedown quite yet. I like that strategy. Maybe disguise a little bit of the takedown. Oh, he touched him with the left hand.
You can make him commit the punch and then drop under the shot and take him down.
Plenty of instructions from the evolved corner of Ryota Sawada. Nice stiff right hand from Sawada on the entry there.
And Sawada's entering into a danger zone there from Ikeda as Ikeda is swinging with some bad intentions. Nice entry into the single. Let's see if he can turn the corner here. Sawada's sprawling pretty heavy with his right leg. He's got a good sprawl. Let's see if Sawada is going to try to turn the corner, or he might even go guard.
Yes.
Nope. Pulls up.
High cross is possible if it doesn't work.
Set for a 15-minute match, which will judge in its entirety, not round by round. So do keep that in mind.
Go for single. Put him away from the cage.
Good job here from Sawada. You can see how Ikeda's doing a good job of controlling the head, trying to push down the head. But so Sawada peels that hand off and drives his head up into the chin. You can hear Baharzada trying to say go for the high crotch, transition into a higher single leg takedown. Because Sawada's got such good hips.
Watch the back of the head.
Back of the head, many times.
And Katie got caution for the back of the head the end of the first round with the elbows, and another caution here from referee Muhammad Sulaiman with 3 minutes remaining now in the second.
Ikeda's got really good control with that whizzer. He controls the posture quite well with that overhook on his right side. He defends really well with these takedowns. See how he's driving down like that? That's nice.
Right in front of Sawada's corner here.
Sawada's so strong. Sawada's really powerful. You know, it's rare to feel a strawweight like that. It's got so much strength.
What should Senzo Ikeda be looking to do here, Dragon?
He's got to defend that leg. You can see the right leg that Sawada's trying to pull on. He's trying to ankle pick. He's trying to slide his leg away from the wall so he can pull his hips in. But Ikeda's got such good balance.
Knees and elbows coming to play from Ikeda. Crack that one to the bridge of the nose. There's a solid right hand.
Look at that, hurt him.
Oh, Sawada in trouble at the moment. Still a long time to go in this round. Here comes Senzo Ikeda. Oh, big knee.
Ikeda's so hard.
Sawada
Ikeda's got close range.
Oh, high knee again. Scores out Ikeda. This is a demolition mission from the veteran Senzo Ikeda. He senses the finish. He gets the finish.
Wow, Senzo Ikeda makes it 3 in a row in emphatic fashion.
The tear continues, Dragon.
Wow, that was impressive. Such good control. Stopping the takedown and then making Sawada pay for it by punishing him. He was touching him up inside the clinch when he had him up against the wall. And then he just decided to tee off. Look at this, knees to the ground, opponent perfectly legal inside one championship. Goes to the body. Senzo Ikeda is a problem in the strawweight division. Look at this. Going deep with the knees to the body, close range weapons, throwing those bows.
Look at this display from Senzo Ikeda. Once he cut Sawada open, once he had a little sniff at the end mighty knife, he went for it. Let's go to Dom Lau, make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Mohammed Sulaiman, has called a stop to this contest after 3 minutes and 9 seconds in the second round. For your winner, by way of technical knockout, Senzo Ikeda!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Senzo Ikeda. What a dominant performance. How do you feel after that intense match?
この試合、勝利おめでとうございます。圧倒的な試合でしたが、いかがでしたでしょうか。
Thank you. 疲れた。疲れた。いや、疲れた。ハイドレーション、何回か失敗しちゃって、うわ、やべえと思ってもういっぱいいっぱいでした。ギリギリ。疲れた。
I'm so tired, so much tired, and I failed the hydration yesterday, and I'm so struggle, but I'm so tired.
It seems like you've really started to find a groove. You're coming off of a really incredible performance. That's now 3 victories back to back. Where do you kind of credit this new resurgence to in your career?
今回の試合も含めて、見事3連勝となりました。今後の試合について望むことなどあれば教えてください。
今後は、一番強いベリーベリーファイターとファイトしたい。ベリーベリーファイターとファイトをブルック強いファイターとやりたい。
I'd like to fight against with the most toughest opponent in this division, and Jared Brooks. So I would like to fight him.
Well, after that performance, I'm sure you're going to get another top opponent.
そういったトップの選手とどんどんやっていきたいですか。
やりたい。はいと。多分な。Impressive. We can't wait to see you back inside the circle. ちょっと控えめに今回またカメハメハみんなの心の平和にカメハメハ含めてどうぞ。
Crowd in Singapore loving every moment of Senzo Kato. What a way to kick off 1X on our lead card. A big TKO win for Akeda. Folks, coming up next, we park our Peters backstage, and there's the US grappling star, Danielle Kelly, who today makes her one debut against a former 2-time world atomweight title challenger, the veteran Mai Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi Kelly. And comes up next, an atomweight submission grappling showdown. Yamaguchi versus Danielle Kelly.
It's the first ever women's submission grappling match in one championship, as one veteran Mai Yamaguchi takes on star newcomer Danielle Kelly in an atomweight showdown. A true pioneer of women's MMA, Yamaguchi is a 2-time one atomweight world title challenger and the first female headliner in ONE history alongside Angela Lee with their epic battle for the inaugural belt named Fight of the Year in 2016. And now, the BJJ Black Belt is excited to mix things up with submission grappling and welcome Danielle Kelly to ONE championship.
Once I called for help, all the legends helped me, like Sakuraba, Imanari, Tokoro, and all the leg lockers. They all tried to rip my leg off, and they gave me a lot of confidence. I think I'm perfectly ready right now.
But Kelly is also a BJJ Black Belt despite being just 26 years old. And she became one of the brightest stars on the American grappling scene by beating some of the world's best grapplers. Now, she's determined to make her ONE debut in style.
She's going to be tough. She doesn't give up, and hopefully for this match, I get to be the first to submit her. I think she has really good wrestling. I'll give her that. I don't think her ground game is on the level as mine. The match is going to go my way. I'm not going to let her have control over it.
Coming up next, it's Mai Yamaguchi versus Danielle Kelly in atomweight submission grappling.
And talk about one of the real highlights of 1X, and this girl is it, Danielle Kelly. We've been waiting for this debut, and finally the moment is here. The first ever women's grappling match in ONE history, and this bright young star of the American grappling scene says she will submit Mai Yamaguchi inside of, well, 3 minutes. A background in BJJ and wrestling, worked a lot on her wrestling in preparation. Very good at her back takes and also her chokes. Her favourite being the rear naked choke. Also great leg lock defence. Expects Meg to go for her legs, but says she'll choke out May Yamaguchi tonight.
Yeah, Daniela Kelly is a very hot prospect right now. I mean, she got her black belt from Henzo Gracie at just 24 years old, and she's really been making a lot of noise, Michael, around the United States. But tonight, she is stepping in there against a former title challenger on the biggest stage in Asian martial arts, Michael.
Young Danielle says she is not emotional at all. She's not nervous. She feels like she belongs here. And that familiar music we've come to know and love over the years, and you're about to see an athlete who is beloved. One of the most beloved figures in one championship, May Yamaguchi. BJJ black belt, accomplished grappler. She's training with several Japanese grappling legends, the likes of Kazushi Sakuraba, the Gracie Hunter, the leg lock legend Masakazu Imanari, and more. And believes she's got a good game plan for Danielle tonight. Folks, you can celebrate 10 years of one championship with our special anniversary hoodies and tees. Limited sizes left, so get yours now at one.shop. May Yamaguchi says she has a few surprises. Sly older fox that she is, Dragon, May Yamaguchi, and she is full of surprises.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting contest. You know, May Yamaguchi has been around a long time, and she's also got a lot of experience in grappling. Like you said, Michael, she's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. She's a very strong grappler, especially when she gets on top. What I'd like to see her do is look for the takedown and apply a lot of pressure to Kelly, because, you know, when she does get on top, she's got 9 submissions in mixed martial arts. She's able to catch a lot of head and arm chokes. She's also been working a lot on her leg locks, and she's never been finished, Michael.
She's got the Sakuraba number 39. Thank you very much. Taking me back to the dream days, Dragon. I love it. Bit of Saku representation on 1X tonight. As VV May Yamaguchi, who twice fought Angela Lee for the Atomweight World Championship and arguably gave Angela her 2 toughest fights ever, now takes on Danielle Kelly in a submission grappling match. It is Japan versus the USA. May Yamaguchi, the elder by 13 years, the shorter though by 12 centimeters. And here are our rules for this submission grappling match. It is one 12-minute round. You can only win by submission. No spiking or throws on the head, neck, or spine. Here's Don Lau.
And now, this next match is 1 round of 12 minutes in a 1 atomweight submission grappling contest. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, she stands at 165 centimeters tall, weighing in at 113 pounds, holding a BJJ record of 19 wins and 7 losses. Training out of Silver Fox BJJ, representing the United States of America, Danielle Kelly. And introducing her opponent out of the red corner, she stands at 153 centimeters tall, weighing in at 114 pounds. Training out of Hybrid Fighter, representing Japan, May Yamaguchi. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Mohammed Sulaiman.
Please come to the center. All right, you guys both know the rules, yeah? Let's keep this clean, keep it active. Obey my instructions at all times. Work to finish, let's go for submission. Touch on if you want, back to your corners.
For the first time ever in one history, a women's submission grappling match. It is 1 round of 12 minutes duration. The only way to win is via submission. Danielle Kelly versus Mai Yamaguchi. Kelly says she'll take the back and choke Mai early, but if the fight goes late, she'll finish it via knee bar. Believes that Mai will have an advantage being inside a circle.
Yeah, definitely. She wants to utilize the cage wall to really start to apply a lot of pressure to Kelly. That's where she believes she's going to have the advantage. Kelly's used to grappling inside large mat and with surfaces, so Mai's experience is definitely going to lend a lot of advantage here.
Danielle said that Mai should worry about everything, knows that Mai's going to try and leg lock her. Says, Mai may be a great mixed martial artist, but grappling is my world. I will dominate this match everywhere.
Little leg trip attempted by Kelly there. She tried to reap the outside leg, shoots in for the double, transitions to the single. Now we get to see how Kelly utilizes this wall. Turns that corner. Mai's got good balance. Kelly wasn't able to transition into anything, but Mai spins her around, presses her up against the wall, but Kelly scoots out the side.
Good defense so far from Mai Yamaguchi. Fighting for position here. 12-minute single round submission grappling match.
This is what Mai expected. She expected lots of hand fighting, looking for Kelly to try to reach up and try to grab the legs. You can see what Kelly's trying to do. She's trying to fake a snap down, and then she drops down to the legs and looking for an ankle pick. You know, Mai's been studying mixed martial arts for pretty much her entire career, so grappling has always been a part of her mixed martial arts training. And for the past, several months, she's been focusing on just grappling for this preparation for this matchup, while Kelly is just a straight grappler.
You do wonder if Mai Yamaguchi is proving much more resilient than perhaps Danielle Kelly thought.
Kelly's got a lot of high-level wins in her grappling career. She's got wins over IBJJF champions, a lot of mixed martial arts veterans she's been able to tap out. She's a very accomplished grappler.
9 minutes 30 remaining.
I think it's really going to come down to who can get the first takedown as Danielle Kelly drops down, gets her leg on the inside, and chooses to pull guard. Kelly's just as good off her back as she is on top. But Mai wants to be on top. You can immediately see Kelly starting to threaten to high guard.
Close guard here at Danielle Kelly.
Isolations on one side of the body.
Lots of instructions coming from the corner of Danielle Kelly.
Underneath your head with your forehead.
Kelly's trying to control the arms, trying to control the posture of Mai. Mai cannot let her head get controlled like this, because once Kelly starts pulling down on the head, she's able to manipulate the arms and get her into a position where she can threaten with submissions. You can see her digging underhooks and controlling overhooks and trying to hand fight. Mai's trying to slide her up against the wall now so that she can pressure her there, so she's not going to be able to move as much. It's a good idea for Mai to press Kelly up against that wall.
I was going to say, Dragon, is this where the circle becomes the advantage with Mai's experience inside this sort of stage?
I think so, because in grappling, a lot of grappling competitions are on a mat, right? And if you go too far off the mat, you get pulled back in and you get reset. Now with this, Mai Yamaguchi is pressing Kelly up against the wall. Now Kelly's not going to be able to move as much. She's not going to be able to extend and threaten like that.
So no doubt, Danielle would have trained for this in the gym, but she hasn't experienced this in competition yet.
Yeah, 100%, Michael. You can see now she's not able to create the same kind of movement that she's pressed up against the wall. Very smart move by Mai Yamaguchi to press Kelly up against the wall right now. Let's see what Kelly can do. She needs to create an angle. That's what she did right there, right? How she slid her hips out, turned her body, and then now she's able to try to work her guard up high to look for possible triangles and arm bars.
Box the guard again. Here does Danielle Kelly.
It's really important to keep your hands on the inside of your opponent. Look at that. Breton popping one hand up. Now she's looking for a possible arm bar here. You can see May's posturing up, keeping her head nice and high.
May just waving a finger to the crowd and saying,
the right leg is up near the shoulder, so there's a possible triangle here. Now May has to keep both arms on the inside of Danielle Kelly's legs. She does not want to allow Kelly to slide one arm out or even transition to throw her right leg over the head and look for an arm bar. May's in trouble here.
Under 7 minutes remaining of this submission grappling match, the first women's submission grappling match in one history. Close guard again from Danielle Kelly. That lower guard now, we saw her put it up very high, as Mitch mentioned earlier, hoping to lock on a submission.
We got to see May Yamaguchi in these positions before when she went up against Angela Lee. Angela Lee had the same difficult time trying to submit May Yamaguchi. May Yamaguchi's got great defense. She's got to keep those Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, keep those arms nice and tight to her body. See how she positions her elbows really close to her body, making sure that when Danielle Kelly starts to attack those arms, May Yamaguchi is safe. There's no scoring in this matchup, so you can't score with sweeps or the takedown. That's why she was effectively able to pull guard like that. It's either submission or draw.
Here the corner of Danielle Kelly saying, get your head off the cage.
This is a high-level chess match right here, Michael. Every single movement, every little detail that you're seeing here is calculated. Oh,
stalling. Oh, stalling on May Yamaguchi.
Wow. Referee Mohammed Sulaiman, who's actually a judo and BJJ black belt.
Ready to go? We go from this position, okay?
Ready? Yellow card.
You were string with that dragon?
I don't know, man. She's trying to defend it.
Yeah. On pull guard again, attempt here from Danielle Kelly. Locks onto a single leg. There's May Yamaguchi. Some more aggression from both these athletes now.
Yamaguchi's got to defend. Danielle Kelly could easily sneak around the back right here. Yamaguchi's got a nice little twist. Look how fast Kelly is.
It's highly educated Singaporean crowd appreciating the technique here.
Oh, that was beautiful.
The corner saying, keep it simple, stupid, to Danielle Kelly.
Yamaguchi's got to try to push down on that leg. You can see what Kelly's doing. Kelly's trying to fight the hand so that Yamaguchi can't push down on the leg and retain half guard. She's now in 3/4 mount. So she's almost in full mount, but Yamaguchi's got to try to turn to the other side and regain half guard.
4 minutes, 20 remaining in the submission grappling match. And Danielle Kelly in the dominant position. What can she affect here, the American? On her debut.
Look at Kelly with the handcuffs. Look at her, that's beautiful. That's a nice little control right there. Looking for a head and arm right there. Yamaguchi's got to try to defend that. She easily steps over into mount. It's a bad spot for May Yamaguchi.
First mount of the match from either lady.
She's got 4 minutes to work here. Look at this.
It's all Danielle Kelly at the moment. What can she do from the mount position?
Ezekiel choke? She's trying to Ezekiel choke her? Uh-oh. May Yamaguchi trying to slide out the back. Kelly's got good top control. Look at that balance. She relieves pressure right as May Yamaguchi's trying to move, and then when she settles down, she applies pressure. That's a highly skilled grappler right there, ladies and gentlemen. Looking like you're going to S-mount, attacking it with a Americana right there. May Yamaguchi's hard to submit. She's able to fight back, regain quarter mount, or quarter guard. Now she's back into half. Let's see what Kelly can push. She's taking her foot and trying to slide the leg out, trying to pass into full mount.
3 minutes 10 remaining. If we go the full distance, the full 12 minutes, it ends in a draw. The only way to win is to sub your opponent. And that's what Danielle Kelly's looking for right now.
May Yamaguchi surviving those are some dangerous positions. Sitting in full mount with the BJJ black belt.
She's searching knee bar later in the fight. That was her prediction. A rear naked choke early and a knee bar late in the fight. Are we going to see it from Danielle Kelly?
May Yamaguchi, she's been working with Imanari for this one, Michael, so you know she's skilled in the leg lock defense.
Create the angle, don't go back to the cage.
2 minutes 30 remaining now. how Danielle Kelly is striving, is hunting for a submission. But Mai Yamaguchi, as we predicted she would be, resilient, tough, durable. Angela Lee couldn't submit her drag.
Yup, now Mai Yamaguchi has just got to survive 2 minutes here. This is a bad spot to be in, though. But Mai Yamaguchi's got really good defense so far. Look at her trying to attack the leg. I'd like to see Danielle Kelly transition out of she might go footlock. Yep, there it is.
Here comes Kelly. Can she get it? The corner say leadership. They want a submission on Danielle's one debut.
Mai Yamaguchi. No catch. Oh, going for the knee bar. That was nice. She attacked the toe hold on one side to go with to threaten with the knee on the other. And he's got to be careful here. This is dangerous. Danger zone right here. Oh, good defense from Mai Yamaguchi. Look how she's controlling those hips so that Danielle Kelly can't extend the hips. That's smart by Yamaguchi.
Veteran expertise here from Mai Yamaguchi. 1 minute 25 now. Dragon remains.
90 seconds. My heart's beating out of my chest, man. I'm so nervous.
Danielle Kelly still hunting for a finish. Yamaguchi still defending. The clock is ticking us towards a draw. Unless someone can find a submission. Here goes Kelly again.
Oh, dropping down. Going after the toe hold again.
Here she goes again.
Yamaguchi's scrambling. Scrambling. She's got to keep moving. She can't settle. She can't settle.
1 minute to go now. The clock's ticking down. Both women hunting for a finish.
Uh-oh.
Kelly says.
Yamaguchi survives. 45 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Kelly on top now.
Sit down, Dragon. Sit down. North-south position now from Danielle Kelly. An amazing contest. 35 seconds on the clock.
Go, Red. Let's go.
Kelly does not want to draw on her debut. You hear the corner saying you're winning this, you're dominating, but there won't be a win unless you get a submission. If it goes the distance, it's a draw. Can she find an armbar? No.
Go for it. You gotta go for it.
And the corner of Mai Yamaguchi grunting at her in Japanese.
Yeah, go for it.
Telling her Mai only a few seconds left. That comes an intestinal fortitude, Mai. It defines your mixed martial arts career. It's defining this first ever women's grappling match in one history. Last few seconds now. It looks like we're going
10
the
seconds
full
left.
12 minutes. What defense from Mai? What transitions and attacks from Danielle Kelly? And this one ends in a draw after a valiant battle from two tremendous athletes. Great round of applause from, as I said, this very highly educated grappling audience in Singapore. Look at this. As Dragon said, Danielle Kelly moves so smoothly and she's fast. That was the big thing coming in here to Singapore when we were asking people about Danielle Kelly, and they said her speed's going to be too much for Mai Yamaguchi. Just the way she attacks the heel here of Mai. And look at Mai's composure. Mai's seen it all. Nods at the referee, says, no, I've got this, I'm safe here, ref. Let's go to Dom Lau.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 11 minutes of battle, neither athlete was able to secure victory. Therefore, this match has been declared a draw.
There is no doubt that Danielle Kelly was the dominant performer in that contest, but it is a draw.
Gentlemen, I am here with Mai Yamaguchi. Now, it looked like you were caught in some pretty deep leg locks, but you seemed calm and relaxed. How'd you feel in there?
You know, I was so excited. I knew the defense. She was coming so hard. I respect that, you know. But, you know, I did defending. I hope I had more attacking, but, well, it was a good match. Thank you.
Well, you definitely did a great job of defending. We can see you representing the Saku jersey right there, which is very impressive. And I think your work with Imanari also helped with all that leg lock defense.
Yes, he was trying to kill me, but I survived every day. That training made me here.
It was very impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mai Yamaguchi.
Thank you. 日本から応援していただいて皆さんありがとうございました。たくさんのパワーいただいて 今日私ができたことは皆さんの力です。本当にありがとうございました。Thank you. I said, all the people who gave me power from Japan, everyone who supported me in the training, it made me here. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, May. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Danielle Kelly. Very impressive. Now, this is obviously one of the bigger stages that you've actually competed on. How did you feel inside the one circle?
At first, I actually feel like this, if I'm doing like grappling promotions, I have a habit of like trying to get in my groove. So, I wanted to work some things, and, I'm not used to all of these lights and the attention, but, I try to attack every match. She's really tough. I had a few cranks in there. She's probably gonna feel them tomorrow, but, next one, I'm just gonna prepare to make my finishes more precise.
Well, you were definitely hunting for the submission. Now, were you surprised at Mei Yamaguchi's ability to defend, and really, especially in those leg locks?
She was gonna be really strong. I feel like I don't know. I'm trying to like do a lot of lifting, and I just feel like, I did not understand her at all, but I knew she was gonna not tap. But yeah, I'll give it to her. She's really tough, and hopefully I finish the next one fast. So, yeah.
Well, because of that impressive performance, the chairman and CEO, Chatri Sigyatong, has just given you a $50,000 bonus for that performance. How do you feel?
So hard since I was like 10, I just wish my parents were here to witness this, but I'm so grateful for the support. Thank you, Chachi, and everyone, and my sponsors, Evolve MMA, and everyone. Thank you.
Well, I'm sure your parents are very proud of you. Welcome to One Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Danielle Kelly!
An emotional moment for a tremendous athlete. A young lady on one debut tonight, and we will see a lot more of the USA's Danielle Kelly. Folks, since it was announced, the Mixed Rules Super Fight on tonight's pay-per-view has been the hot ticket all around the world, DJ versus Rodtang.
Here comes Rodtang, the power, the punishment.
Rodtang is an animal, he is an absolute beast. Call him Mighty Mouse. But to many, he's the GOAT. That is why he's the greatest of all time. That's Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson.
The legend Rodtang from the world of Muay Thai going up against the greatest flyweight of all time, Demetrius Johnson, fighting in this special rules. It's crazy stuff.
Rounds 1 and 3, Muay Thai. Rounds 2 and 4, Mixed Martial Arts. 3 minutes apiece.
DJ versus Rodtang is going to be amazing, especially with the crazy rule set. Everyone's looking forward to seeing how that plays out.
The fight is a really crazy idea, and it will be a new page in martial arts.
How is DJ going to respond when he gets tagged to round 1? How is Rodtang going to respond if there is a round 2, when he sees how fast and how slick DJ is between strikes, wrestling, and submission?
First rounds are Muay Thai, which obviously puts Rodtang at a massive advantage.
Rodtang is badass. ผมก็คิดว่ารถถังจะชนะครับ น่าจะชนะนอกด้วยครับ
Siri, call Henry Cejudo. All right, Henry, it's Uncle Chio calling. I got to get into Demetrius Johnson's next fight. He's taking on Rodtang. Round 1 is Muay Thai. Can he survive the first round?
Anybody can get into Demetrius Johnson. He adapts very well. There's a reason why he is one of the GOATs. And for that reason, I believe Demetrius Johnson is going to get the job done.
Once it hits that second round, it's over. I give it 2.5 minutes.
I would bet DJ finishes him in the second round. I think he takes him down, chokes him out. I think DJ gets a submission victory. I'll say rear naked choke the second round.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some DJ in it.
The keys to victory for Rodtang, you have 3 minutes. Throw everything you have. Forget being safe. You're a better striker than DJ. Go out there and swing for the fence.
If your Rod Tank, that first round starts, he's got to walk forward. He's got to walk through anything that DJ's trying to throw back at him and aggressively cut him down.
Rod Tank has to jump on that first round. And he does have the skill difference to actually catch DJ and knock him out. But he needs to come across, cut the cage off, keep DJ back up against the fence. For DJ, you got to survive round one. Survive. But once they get into that second round, Rod Tank had better come with a very sharp game plan to avoid being on the ground with somebody like DJ, because you're talking about Demetrius Johnson, who invents submission moves in the middle of throws during fights. This is not a guy that you want to test your luck with on the ground.
Anytime Rod Tank opens up in this second round, is the risk of him getting caught, getting level changed underneath his punching, or getting his kicks caught. You would probably struggle to find two guys at a higher level that would take this kind of risk to fight one another.
Rod Tank versus DJ is going to be absolute sensational, spectacular. I love this match. It's great.
It is the special rules super fight we've all been talking about. We've all been waiting. Goes down tonight on the 1X Grand Finale pay-per-view. Make sure you book it right now. Watch.1fc.com or check your local pay-per-view provider. This guy here is still on this bandwagon that DJ is going to just churn through Rod Tank.
Dude, I've trained with DJ. I did a full fight camp with him. I felt what
He's never
he
been
feels
hit by
like.
a Muay Thai world champion in 4 ounce gloves. Never.
I understand
and he's going to go
it.
through 3 minutes of living hell.
I understand it. I completely get it. But the intensity that they
Look at this.
showed in the face-off.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at Rod Tank. Getting in DJ's face there,
Look.
Dragon.
Rod Tank's got a bit of a height advantage on him.
A height advantage. They are both ready for this. It was last night's weigh-ins. You know, even DJ told us yesterday, we said, DJ, first round, 3 minutes of Muay Thai against Rod Tank. Guys had over 300 fights and just wrecking people. And he goes, Chevalo, Dragon, it might be a living hell. It will be. If you get to the second round, then it's DJ territory.
But it's only 3 minutes. And DJ's used to 5-minute rounds. He builds over time, and so does Rod Tank. It's a volume game. It's all going to be about who can throw that switch as quickly as possible.
I've got a kicker for you. I've said it all along, haven't I? You wouldn't take my bet to my facial hair versus his hair. I put it on the line, he wouldn't take it. I said Rod Tank's going to beat him in the second round, in the mixed martial arts round. How you like them apples?
I can't wait to see what happens either way. I'm okay to put my money where my mouth is. My hair is staying on my head either way. This is going to be fun. You guys got to check it out on pay-per-view.
Folks, make sure you book the pay-per-view now. Do not miss out. It's 8 p.m. Singapore time. Watch.1fc.com. That's watch.1fc.com or check your local pay-per-view provider. It is the super fight the whole world is talking about. Everyone's debating it. Who have you got? But folks, coming up next, 1X. The lead card continues with a heavyweight contest. This one's not going the distance. Kang Ji-won and Paul Elliott.
1X continues with two hard-hitting heavyweights as Kang Ji-won faces Paul Elliott. The king of the North stat line is as intimidating as his physique. 4 fights, 4 wins, 4 knockouts, all in just 96 seconds combined. Kang Ji-won has been a menace since his debut in 1. The heavy-handed South Korean put his power on display when he knocked out Mehdi Bargi and Amir Ali-Akbari.
Oh, he gets dropped! He gets dropped! It's over! It's over! It's good night, Irene!
Up next is heavyweight action as Kang Ji-won takes on Paul Elliott.
We're about to see a very big and buff man making his way into the Singapore Indoor Stadium. The King of the North, Paul Elliott from the UK. Spoke to Paul yesterday. Said, how do you plan to beat Kang Ji-won, a guy who's been absolutely hammering behemoths in 1 championship? And he said, I want to lead the dance. I'm going to make it a stand-up contest. I'm going to throw a lot of kicks. A man who should be feared, Kang Ji-won. I'm telling you now, if you've never seen him before, he's nothing special.
Mighty Warrior, Kang Ji-won. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Justin Brown.
Athlete center. Gentlemen, you both know the rules. Let's keep this match clean. Obey my commands at all times. Do not strike the back of the head. Let's watch the spine. Let's watch the low blows. You want to touch gloves, do it now. Back up, please.
Final instructions from referee Justin Brown. We are set to 15 minutes. Nobody believes it'll go that far. This is almost a guaranteed finish between two men who know how to knock opponents out. Elliott undefeated.
Ready?
Kanjuan's already KO'd Vinny Bargi and Amir Aliakbari. Most people thought that both Bargi and Aliakbari would have their ways with the relatively then unknown Kanjuan.
Look at Elliott already trying to look to spin. He's got a wicked spin. Yep, there it is.
Fast for a big fella is Elliott. Both trade hooks. Kanjuan sticks out that beautiful cross off the left hand out of southpaw stance. There's the outside leg kick that Elliott spoke about. Nice double kick upstairs. A little bit of tip-tap taekwondo style.
Wow, these big guys are moving around the circle like welterweights.
I don't think Kang wants to trade leg kicks with Elliott. He wants to get on the inside, work at close quarters from inside the phone booth. Oh, there's a nice right hand from Kang. Overhand right. Hook to overhand left, I should say. There's the overhand left again. Elliott's got to be careful not to drop his right glove. Gut munching knee. Oh, that short from Elliott. Kang takes it. Oh, there it is! He's done it again! This place has got notice. Oh, gee. It's another one. It's another one. You know what? Line them up like 10 pin bowling pins. He knocks them over. Straight. Out. Gone.
Entering the pocket with Kang Ji-won is a recipe for disaster. That dude's got power.
Another one. Knocked out. And you see, as we said earlier, it takes hard knocks to wake up Kang Ji-won. But once that volcano erupts, this is what happens with that on the mandible. An absolute true threat line. Oh, let's go to Tom Lau from Mix.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Justin Brown, has called a stop to this contest after 58 seconds in the opening round. For your winner, by way of knockout, Kang Ji-won!
Okay, it looks like the Dragon is now with the South Korean Beast.
Gentlemen, I am here with gave you 50.
Sometimes they're difficult to get off. You've got to sort of Muay Thai or a kickboxing contest for the range and, you know, the takedown attempts coming at you, etc. But this man does them so well. Ryogo Takahashi. His greatest weapon is to kick the left, because all good punches begin at the bottom of the feet and travel up the body before executing out of the knuckles. So if you can take out the legs on a boxer, you can take away that prime weapon.
Khan's gonna have to keep his left hand glued to his chin because Takahashi's trying to come over the top with that big right hand.
Outside leg kick from Takahashi. Gets out of the way of the right hand lead there from Amir Khan. Body shot from Takahashi in the clinch. Corner asks for the knee, and Amir delivers a knee. Targets up on it to the midsection, and they take off.
Even the knees, Takahashi was targeting the leg. That's what Khan needs to do. Khan needs to put that jab out there and get right back to his face, though. He doesn't want to let the jab go out and then drop it back down to his thigh like he's doing.
You can see the tremendous length of the arms of Amir Khan when he throws that jab. Both men in orthodox stance here. Nice evasion of the round kick from Takahashi. Amir moves in for a takedown attempt. Overhooks that right arm of Takahashi.
Takahashi's got really good takedown defense. He immediately got those hands right into position to defend.
Overhand right, and Khan aims it well. High kick again, he's relying on that high kick. It's no switch shot for that lead leg from the near down.
That one hurt, Michael. Look at him change his stances.
Yeah, immediately goes to southpaw to protect that left leg. Inside leg from Amir. Didn't have the distance or timing.
Takahashi's known for those leg kicks. He broke Suga's leg with one of them. He's got nasty, nasty right leg kick.
Body shot from Amir.
Khan's trying to pressure him back. I like that idea, to keep that pressure on him, keep Takahashi on his back foot. You do not want Takahashi coming forwards.
There is a little bit of blood on the shoulder of Amir Khan, and I'm just wondering where it's come from. There's something on the right side of the head, perhaps, of Takahashi. Amir comes forward, a right-legged roundhouse kick on that occasion.
Khan is a little bit more stationary, though. He's not quite moving around. He's not as light on his feet as we've seen him in the past.
Do you like all these head kicks coming from Amir Khan, or would you like to see him throw more of the boxing?
I mean, he's got really good hands. I'd like to see him utilize the jab, and now that he's switched to southpaw, that left leg is going to be his primary weapon. You can see how he opened up with the left kick early in this round. But it's going to be very important for him to stay active. See that right hand. See, he can't let that hand drop because Takahashi is hunting for that big knockout with that right hand.
Beautiful inside leg kick moments ago from Takahashi, evades the high left roundhouse.
Khan's got to put something behind that. He can't just throw those kicks like that because Takahashi sees it coming. It's like a telegram from FedEx. He's able to slip out of the way and then counter.
Southpaw stance here from Amir Khan, getting Philippe going forward. Nice short elbow on the inside. Takahashi flubs his way out with that right hand. Crowd appreciating the scrap on the inside. Nice inside leg kick from Amir Khan. Quick double forearm guard against the head kick from Takahashi. Catches the kick on that occasion. Read it well. Khan stays vertical.
You see Takahashi's kind of building with his confidence. He's getting more and more swagger inside the circle right now. Khan's got to do something to earn some respect. I like him going to the body with that left kick.
Amir Khan, who started the match unorthodox, fighting southpaw to protect the left leg from the kicks of Ryogo Takahashi.
Yeah, dude, those kicks get you changing your mind real quick. All of a sudden, you start to think about shooting and changing stances. I don't like the idea of Khan standing in front of Takahashi, though. You know, he's got to move a little bit more, get his head off the center line. And he's also got to start coming forward because he does not want to let Takahashi start backing you up.
Takahashi smiles at him. Beautiful rib kick there. Takahashi effecting a takedown inside the guard now. Ground and pound. Defend yourself, man. 10 seconds to look. Defend yourself. Big right hand. Stop! First 5 minutes down. What a bang.
Yeah, that was really a rough 5 minutes right there. Very interesting. Did you see Takahashi starting to gain that momentum as he started to walk forward? But I do like the activity coming from Khan. Khan is trying to be active with the kicks. Now he's starting to also go to the body. But this is the leg kick. Boom, look at that. That's the one that got Khan to change his mind like that, rethinking his strategy with those leg kicks.
1-1-2 right kick.
Yeah, that's when he started to go southpaw.
After your combination, right over your hands up and move. Okay? He always counters whenever you keep your hands low after your combination. Okay? We're going to go 1-1-2 left kick or 1-1-2 right kick. Anytime he throws a kick, just check a half kick.
Some damage under the left eye, the end swell applied to Amir Khan. From inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium, you're watching 1X, our lead card. Don't forget to book our pay-per-view. The grand finale begins at 8 p.m. Singapore time. Watch top1xc.com. Passes straight back the legs of Amir Khan, who opens the round in his preferred orthodox stance, Amir.
Yeah, Michael, the coach straight away. The corner said the exact same thing we were talking about. Khan's getting countered, and he's got to start checking those kicks. He's got to start stopping those leg kicks, especially in this position right here when he's in orthodox.
Amir Khan trying to counter off the leg kicks with his lead hook. Back to orthodox here, fakes off the right leg, eats a right hand.
Good work from here inside that close range. See again, Takahashi's trying to come over the top again with that right hand.
Takahashi likes that left hook to overhand right combination. Another one there from Takahashi. Beautiful leg kick. Sweeps it out nicely. Just to the side of the knee. Here's that vicious ground and pound again. Oh, he's hurt. This may be over for Amir Khan. He's hurt.
Khan's got to push off, create that space.
Trying to close down the hands of Takahashi, puts him inside the close guard now. And he was walking a body shot. This crowd rallying their own Amir Khan.
Good job by Khan to defend, push off the hips, get back up to his feet. That ground, dig into his body with that.
One reach from Amir Khan. Against the right hand.
Right here might be to get it back into the later rounds, Michael. You might want to try to push this thing into those later minutes because Takahashi is putting everything into each one of these shots.
It's sloppy there from Amir. Crowd anticipating a takedown that didn't come.
But I like the attempt at the takedown. It might not have come, Michael, but it gets Takahashi thinking about the threat of the takedown now. And it also wears on him a little bit. Takes some of that power out of those arms. Khan could turn it up right now. This is his shot. This is his opportunity here as we approach the halfway point.
So we see Amir changing tack now, getting to the inside of Takahashi. Chance for the knees, chance for the elbow. There's a knee from Amir Khan. There's the elbow. There's a nice right hand double jab. Backs off Takahashi. Here comes Amir.
Look at Khan. I like how he's draining the energy out of the arms of Takahashi by hanging on him like that inside the clinch. Now he's starting to excel. This is his best shot. This is what he needed. He needed to drag this match into the deep water. Now we're seeing what kind of spirit Amir Khan has.
A tremendous Singaporean fighting spirit in Amir Khan. Takahashi glances towards his corner. Can't throw the elbows. There it is. Tries to lock his ear off. Right hand plants into the orbital. Amir Khan feeding from the nose. There's the overhand elbow to the left hook from Amir. Tremendous stuff here from Amir Khan. For the war. Another elbow. Takahashi, nowhere near done. Backs him up with the right hand. Evades that elbow. It's the Muay Thai here in the second round from Amir Khan.
Good dirty boxes right there by Takahashi as he's able to get the plum and to start working the uppercuts. Look at Khan starting to find another level. But that leg kick though. That leg kick.
Jelly legs now for Amir Khan. Look how flat-footed Amir is. And he comes back, trying to cross. This is an absolute barn burner. This is a Donnybrook. Takahashi overhooks that right arm. Already a massive crowd inside the Singapore Stadium, where we will have a full house. And they are loving this. Thanks to the body was the call from the corner. Elbow.
This is just a war of attrition at this point, Michael. These guys are starting to trade inside the pocket. Nice right hand landed by Takahashi. Khan's got to get back on that jab.
Takahashi's going to go back to the legs of Amir Khan. It's the sweet spot. It's the chink in the armor so far.
But the switch to southpaw has kind of eliminated that weapon from Takahashi. He's not throwing the leg kicks as much.
Surely he would have trained for that. Surely he knows opponents are going to switch on him when he starts unloading the leg kicks.
He's not throwing it though. He's got to attack him the inside leg of that right leg.
Amazing jaw chest. What a scrap. There's the big leg kick that hurt Amir Khan. We thought Amir may have been done here after that body shot, but he rallied back, and oh, how he rallied back. Some vicious ground and pound here from Takahashi.
Yeah, this is when Takahashi fell into the guard right here, and this has allowed Amir Khan to kind of just try to drain a little energy. Here's the accidental headbutt where they clashed heads as Khan went underneath. Takahashi lets him know that it happened, but beautiful shots landed by Khan inside the pocket. Followed Takahashi.
Folks, we've already seen a couple of $50,000 bonuses. You can give yours out tonight by voting online. Go to the One social platforms right now and vote your fan vote for a performance bonus winner tonight.
Let's go, coach, let's go.
Third and final round. This has been an absolute battle. Because Amir Khan, he does, he opens up the orthodox, his preferred stance. So the target is there for Takahashi. Can he capitalise? Knee from Amir, gut muncher. Overhand right. There's the leg kick, and he switches straight away back to southpaw.
Khan does much better work at southpaw, and it also eliminates Takahashi's favorite weapon as he rushes into the clinch. I like this close quarter warfare right here by Khan because he's able to really utilize the dirty boxing and those elbows well.
Corner saying to Amir, more pressure, put him against the wall, and he does so. Going for a calf kick there.
Those heel strikes. Trying to wrap around the thighs there, Khan. See, even in these close quarters exchanges, he's still trying to go after the legs.
He's a legs man, right?
He loves the attack on the legs, man. Especially that lead leg, that left leg of Khan is target number one for Takahashi. I like how Khan switches to southpaw though. Beautiful use of the elbows.
Pulls the arm down, opens up the space for a crossing elbow to Amir Khan. Takahashi trying to attack that gastrocnemius muscle again. He looks up the big screen. There's 3 minutes 40 remaining.
Don't just hold, guys. Let's go.
Referee Justin Brown wants to see a little more action now. Opening for the elbow. There it is off the right arm. Jab to clinch from Amir. Body knee. Other elbow from Amir.
He's got double unders right now. It's going to utilize him to just be able to get a little bit better control of Takahashi. Takahashi's going to try to swim one of those arms in between the arms of Khan, just to relieve a little bit of this pressure, because you can see how Khan kind of lifts up the arm and then he opens up with the knees.
So much instructions coming from both corners now. Elbows were open there for Amir Khan. There's the left stepping elbow. Inside again, pinches up, throws the knee to the belly, doubles up on it. More of these heel kicks to the calf from Takahashi. Nice work off the knees, hunting the liver there, Amir Khan, off the left knee. Chance of Amir, ring around the Singapore Indoor Stadium. First time since the pandemic began that we are going to have a full house here. Couldn't have a grander occasion than one X, the biggest martial arts show in history.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by just sort of the aggressiveness of Khan as he's getting beat up in the first round. Just the way that he's come back here in the 13th minute to really start utilizing those elbows well. The way that he's controlling the clinch is really impressive.
I love the change of game plan. First round staying at a distance, kicking to the head wasn't working. Second round, and here in the third round, both Muay Thai, knees and elbows is working for Amir Khan.
But did he do enough work in these last 10 minutes to, overscore the amount of superior striking that we saw from Takahashi in the first place?
Takahashi high knee. And he's right back and work and leg kicks against Takahashi. That has been the prime weapon. Knees again from Amir Khan, switching off both legs. 1 minute 15 remains in this fight. And what a fight it's been. Nice knee. Takahashi wants off the wall. Amir says no, and another drilling into the breadbasket. Justin Brown breaks it. Wow, he gives a favour here to Takahashi. Uppercut from Takahashi.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Takahashi can do here up against the wall. He's got to try to swim under. He's got to try to get control on one of those underneath one of those arms, just so he can create some movement. Khan's doing a great job of cage wrestling right here.
It's just such a night and day transition between the first round of Amir Khan and the second and third round of Amir Khan. A complete burn of Dragon. And he's going to play.
It's a complete tale of two halves. You know, he must have taken some advice from the corner, change up his game plan, and was able to change gears like that because we're seeing it pay a lot of dividends right now.
Elbows again from Amir. Takahashi still can't get off the wall. Tries for a knee of his own in midsection. Another one there for Takahashi. Is there a big red kick? There is. It hurts Amir. He switches stance. Takahashi swinging just before the bell.
See, and that's one thing, that him kicking the leg and then changing stances signifies to the judges that there was damage there. He was hurt. So that's going to weigh in the judges' eyes.
Greg, you're watching folks around the world. It is 1X live from the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Let us know your thoughts at One Championship across all your social media platforms. Those leg kicks, we saw Amir Khan switching to southpaw to protect Bullet's leg, and here's the Muay Thai close. Look at that. Beautiful horizontal elbow just above the ear of Takahashi. Perfect placement on the orbital on that occasion. Takahashi could not get off the fence for a lot of the second and most of the third round. Amir Khan's got the Singaporean flag in his hand, ready to raise if he gets the nod, although Takahashi did a lot of damage with the leg kicks, folks, a lot of damage, and now Takahashi has the Japanese flag. Which one's going to get raised? The judges are still tabulating here, circle side. It's going to be close. And Mitch said, does it come down to the damage that Takahashi did to the legs, especially Amir changing stance in the final 5 seconds? All right, let's go to Dom Lau, find out our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 calls this contest in favor of Khan. Judge number 2 calls this contest in favor of Takahashi. And judge number 3 calls this contest in favor of your winner by split decision, Amir Khan!
A split decision for Amir Khan, and he's now with the Dragon.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Amir Khan. What a battle. What an amazing match. How confident were you going into the judges' scorecards?
Congratulations from some. A focused approach to the circle as Kapitan.
Check what's right into.
That match we just saw, I am really looking forward to the Featherweight Kickboxing World Championship as Super Bond faces Gregory.
ให้คู่ชกที่อายุน้อยๆขึ้นมาต้องผ่านผมให้ได้ก่อนผ่านผมไม่ได้ก็คือยังไม่ใช่ของจริงครับ
He has a lot of experience, but I'm not scared. I'm younger than him, and I'm very strong. I'm gonna use all my power for this fight.
แผนที่ผมวางไว้ก็คือทำให้คู่ต่อสู้ทำให้คู่ต่อสู้งงทำให้คู่ต่อสู้คิดว่าเราจะออกอาวุธลูกไหนก็จะพยายาม
I can knock him out for sure. His best for me is everything. I have to win.
It is going to be a monumental challenge for Felipe Lobo. Muay Thai, an ancient martial art full of tradition. This man from the finest. 4-division Muay Thai world champion. That's like being a Wimbledon champion 4 times. Rajkaburn Muay Thai world champion. That's like winning the Grand Slam of tennis 4 years in a row. 7-0, undefeated in 1. The accolades go on, Dragon. Let us go on. He's amazing. And like I said, having watched his entire career, especially here in one, at 35 years old, infallible, untouchable. Everything is on point. Everything is sharp, it's precise, and not only in the attack, but in the defense as well. If Lobo beats him tonight, it will be considered a major upset. But as we said, Lobo has proven the Thai destroyer. Has he truly solved the riddle of how to beat the Thais? Thailand versus Brazil. The champion, 7 years the older, 4 centimetres the shorter, gives up the reach also to 4 centimetres. 5 rounds of action, scored on a 10-point bus system. To meet both of our fighters, let's go to Tom Black.
And now, this next match is 5 rounds of 3 minutes for the 1 bantamweight Muay Thai Championship of the world. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he stands at 175 centimeters tall, weighing in at 144 pounds, holding a Muay Thai and kickboxing record of 21 wins and 7 losses. Training out of Revolution Muay Thai Phuket, representing Brazil, Felipe Demolition Man Lobo. And introducing his opponent, out of the red corner, he stands at 171 centimeters tall, weighing in at 144 pounds, holding a Muay Thai and kickboxing record of 262 wins and 54 losses. Training out of Evolve MMA, representing Thailand. Please welcome the reigning and defending undisputed 1 bantamweight Muay Thai champion of the world, Nong O Gayang Hadao. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Ilyas Golapsis.
Red, blue, center circle. 5 rounds Muay Thai. No striking to the back of the head or to the groin. Be strong, be fair, obey my instructions all the time. Touch gloves, good luck, let's go.
It is Muay Thai in 4-ounce gloves, knees, elbows, all the good stuff. Ilyas Golapsis, our centre referee. Nongo of Thailand, defending champion. Felipe Lobo of Brazil, the challenger. Maybe Lobo tries to catch Nongo cold early. Do not allow Nongo to establish rhythm. Outside leg kick from the Brazilian. Has the height, has the reach. Does he have the strategy? Nongo can be cagey, can be evasive. If it's super aggressive Nongo, he'll look to back up Lobo early. Start throwing the elbows in the first and early in the second. That little half smile, almost a Mona Lisa smile on the face always of Nongo. He is so hard to read. I hate to play poker against him. Switch round kick. Fakes and fakes. Inside thigh kick. Lobo misses. Nongo grinning at him. Fakes again. Double jab. Nice sliding jab on the champion. High inside thigh kick. Lobo looks to switch. Still a filling out process in the first round.
Good eyes showcased by Nongo. He's able to slide out of the way. As the referee calls for a little bit more action. Nongo obliges as he pushes forward that switch kick.
Lobo hoping to move into elbow range there. Throws out a side kick. Nongo again faking off the back leg. There's that cheeky grin. Outside leg kick. High kick. Lobo threw his hands out as if to say, is that all you've got? You want to be poking the bear. Nongo did say he wants to toy with Lobo. Wants to make an example of Lobo. Says I'm going to avenge those Thai losses that were against Lobo. I'm going to show he's not the Thai killer. He's not the Thai destroyer. He hasn't solved the riddle. Nice high check from the track.
I like the feints coming from the champion. He's just kind of drawing out some kind of reaction of Lobo. Lobo needs to be a little bit more effective with that jab. He's got a little bit of a reach advantage. I'd like to see him start utilizing the push kick just to understand the distance of Nono, because these feints are leading to things like that, where he's able to find these holes. That's more like it from Lobo.
Big step through knee from Felipe Lobo. 35 seconds remains. First round set for 5. Bantamweight Muay Thai world title on the line. 3 judges circle side, scoring on a 10-point must system. Nice ground kick there from the champion. Step across the outside guard, hits the back leg from Lobo. Longo attacks the lead leg. One kick, nicely done. Good defensive technique. High kick, picked it upstairs, hoping for the shin around the back of the neck. Longo, another fighter from Evolve. We just saw Hiroki Akamoto, proud world champion in kickboxing at bantamweight. His main sparring partner is that man, Longo Gangadao.
He drops both hands. When he switches, look for your right hook straight away. Right hook. Why you're missing your kicks is because you're not moving forward. Punch first. He's scared of your punches. Punch first, then kick. When he punches, cover up, then kick his legs. When he kicks, cover up, kick his legs. You can see he's slow. You're quicker than him. Okay.
It's good instructions from the corner there of Felipe Lobo. They're saying that every time Nongo switches, which means every time he switches to kick the roundhouse, he drops his hand. They want Lobo to counter that switch attack with the right hook. So a solid pickup from the corner. And let's see when Nongo switch kicks, if he does indeed drop his hand. Jab from the champion. Jab to the outside leg kick. He really does load up those leg kicks. There's no tic-tac. They want Lobo to go first to unsettle Nongo. And you see Nongo is just perfection in everything he throws.
Yeah, Michael, that's easier said than done. You can see Nongo starting to find a groove. He's starting to get confident. You can see the way he's grinning at Lobo. Lobo's got to do something to just sort of earn some respect from Nongo, because right now things are not going his way.
Jab cross. Nicely done from Nongo. Back to center circle. Long reaching right hand there from Lobo. Chop to the elbows. Nongo tried to sweep him.
Lobo's usually a lot more active inside these combinations. Right now he's only throwing 1 or 2. He usually throws 3s and 4s. And he also finishes with leg kicks a lot more, but you can see how light Nongo is on that lead foot, and it's really hard to get a beat on that leg kick when he's constantly checking that leg.
Nongo fakes the right hand. Hit her a lot in the opening round. Trying to get inside the mind of Lobo. Good evasion there from Nongo. Goes the outside leg again. He's starting to tenderize the lead thigh of Felipe Lobo. Front kick from Lobo. High kick from Nongo. Lobo on the outside. Body shot from Lobo. Had the right idea, but didn't want to stay in the pocket. Nongo goes high. Good right hand, good outside thigh kick from Nongo. Good outside thigh kick again from the champ. That lead leg is taking punishment. Felipe Lobo needs to start checking those kicks or not be there for them. Good check there from Nongo.
That's that check I'm talking about. He's going to have to start attacking the rear leg of Nongo, because Nongo's got a beat on that leg kick. I'd also like to see Lobo just start putting the hand combinations together. Go to the body maybe of Nongo once he gets inside the pocket, because Nongo's going to start letting go of that right kick, and what that's going to do is going to start dropping the hand of Felipe Lobo, and then we're going to start to see that right hand come right down the middle.
Audacious moments ago for a lead overhand elbow from Felipe Lobo. You'd be very lucky to catch one like that. jab, right hand return. Oh, a little bit of speed low at the end of the round. We go to the towels. Look at the strut of confidence. No rush to return to the corner for Nongo. Rich Franklin, your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, Felipe is trying to play this counter game with Nongo, and it's easier said than done to tell him to be first. But he's going to have to be first, and he's got to be careful not to over-pursue because obviously Nongo is good at the counter game himself. He just needs to be first, move around, take his shots, and be intelligent about this. If he sits back like he's doing, Nongo is just going to pick him apart one or two combinations at a time.
Don't forget, when he comes to punch, you can elbow. Yeah. Have to go for him this way.
The corner of Lobo want the elbows. They're saying if Nongo comes into punching range, meet him with an elbow. It is our main event of our lead card. Our main card, I should say, for 1X. We are now 18 minutes away from our grand finale pay-per-view. There's a nice crossing elbow early from Lobo.
That's what his corner was calling for him, to close that distance and throw those elbows when Nongo starts to punch. Let's see if Lobo can turn it up right now.
Nice high check. Lobo, a little bit more snap, a little bit more gusto now behind the Brazilian. And that means that Nongo will also increase. Good jab. Outside leg kick has been the prime weapon of Nongo. Lobo still not checking those dragons.
Right kicks thrown by Nongo. He attacks the body, he attacks the legs again with that right kick.
That left leg is just being tenderized. Uppercut! Left uppercut! Combination.
You can see the smile come across the eyes of Nongo when he finds these shots.
Elbow range. Both men negate each other. Alias Stolapsis breaks them. More Muay Thai coming in our grand finale, folks. The retirement fight of John Wayne Parr takes on Edward Falaya. Make sure you book it now. Outside leg kick. That one was a little low from Nongo. That one's better. Front kick.
In these 4 years that we've seen Nongo inside one Super Series, we kind of see him thicken up and hit a lot harder every single match. And we're seeing how much he's putting into each one of these shots. And he credits the strength and conditioning program that he's been religiously doing, crediting to this new power that he's found.
Lobo wants to land the right elbow. High kick from Nongo. Lobo's corner saying, come on, trying to inspire the Brazilian. That is why he is one of the greats of all time. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Flawless! Impeccable! Utterly devastating! My goodness! The uppercut from the depths of hell! You will not see a better uppercut. Lobo's eyes rolled back in his head before he hit the canvas. He loaded that up from below the waist. Oh my goodness. There was no getting up from that. I don't care who you are. Oh, it came from so low and went so high. Let's go to Tom Lau. My word.
To present the belt for this match, we have the chairman and CEO of One Championship, Mr. Chachri Sityodong. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Ilias Dolapsis, has called a stop to this contest after 2 minutes and 15 seconds in the third round. For your winner,
by way of knockout and still one atomweight Muay Thai champion of the world, Noro Gayam
The Thai flag flying high yet again. The reign of gold continues for the great Noro. And he is going to have a chat with the Dragon. But first he's going to punch. And we're going to see the uppercut again. Look at this. Watch how low that punch comes from and how high it goes. Perfectly chambered. Timing.